So this topic is higher order derivatives. Higher order derivative का मतलब क्या है और बातें in detail we will understand. हमने अभी तक जितना डेरिवेटिव किया है, चाहे पैरामेट्रिक इक्वेशन हो, इम्प्लिसिट फंक्शन हो, logarithmic differentiation हो, exponential derivative हो, chain rule, anything, whatever we have done, we always came across this differential operator which is dy by dx. So this is basically called first order derivative. That is, we differentiated a given function only once. That is what is called as dy by dx. But what we are going to understand in this topic, as we are going to move a step further, we're going to talk about second order derivative. We can talk about third order derivative. It can be fourth order derivative, and so on. What is the fundamental behind the second order derivative? It is like differentiating the already differentiated function. So ddx of dy by dx is called second order derivative. This is the first derivative. First derivative को हम वापस से differentiate कर रहे हैं. That is called second order derivative. So in other terms, I can say differentiating the already differentiated function. That is called second order derivative. और ये second order derivative को हम कैसे लिखते हैं? What is the denotation? या we make it d2y by dx square. So don't go by this process कि ये d और dy मिलकर के d square y हो गया, नीचे dx और dx मिलके d square x square. It's not like that. It's like this is how we denote the second order derivative. The first order derivative is dy by dx. The second order derivative is denoted by d2y by dx square. This power में 2 and नीचे में 2, it signifies the second order derivative. In the similar process, what is the meaning of third order derivative? That is differentiating the second order derivative. जो हमारा second order derivative है उसको एक बार वापस differentiate करेंगे. So what we get d3y now, and नीचे में we will get dx cube. Similarly, what is the fourth order derivative? Differentiating the third order derivative. So d3y by dx cube को अगर हम फिर से differentiate करेंगे, what we get is d power 4y dx4. This is called fourth order derivative. So that is the basic definition of how to find the higher order derivative. Similarly, I can write nth order derivative. It will be d to the power ny upon dx to the power n. That is the basic definition of a higher order derivative. And in our syllabus, be it ISC or CBSE class 12 board exam की अगर हम बात करें, तो we have maximum second and third. This is also very rare case. We will stick to third order only. Fourth order में तो कभी नहीं आ सकते. You might come across one or two problems in your textbook, but in our syllabus we have second order majorly. Maybe 10% times or 5% times you will come across this third order. Generally, this will also not be asked. But second order is a key aspect. Talking in terms of marks distribution for your board exams. So this is a chapter which in ISC will definitely be one question. Mandatory है, एक question आएगा for 4 marks. And for CBSE, it was a mandatory one. Even this year, you can expect one question, but it will be in the category of 3 marks. And with that, if they wish to give more questions, they can give in short questions category, 1 or 2 marks. But ye bigger marks में, you can expect this long form of answers में 4 marks and 3 marks are mandatory questions in ISC and CBSE as well. For example, if I take question number 1, that y is equals to sine x, and we have been asked to find the second order derivative, that is d2y by dx2. So logic is very simple. Whatever derivative we have understood, ये उसी का applied problem है. So the given function is y is equal to sine x. If we differentiate it the first time, left hand side becomes dy by dx and the right hand side becomes cos x. We know that. But we have been asked to find the double derivative, as in we will differentiate the left hand side once again. It will become d2y by dx2. And what is the derivative of cos x? We know it is minus sin x. So this happens to be the first answer. A simple problem to make you understand what is this double derivative. We'll go for another one. Number 2. Suppose the question is y is equals to e to the power x into sin x. Once again, find d2y by dx2. So first of all, we started with the first derivative dy by dx. And to differentiate this function, we on the right hand side, we can see a product rule to be applied. So what we can write, e to the power x ddx of sine x plus sin x into ddx of e power x. So this gives me e power x into cos x plus sin x into e power x. What I did, I took e power x common, and what we have is cos x plus sin x. But this is only dy by dx. Our question is to find d2y by dx2, as in we need to differentiate the dy by dx once again. So taking this here, the left hand side becomes d2y by dx2. And on the right hand side, once again, we have to apply the product rule, which is e to the power ddx of cos x plus sin x plus cos x plus sin x into ddx of e to the power x. That is first function. This will give me minus sin x plus cos x. That is, I differentiated this part. So ddx of cos x is minus sin x and ddx of sin x is just plus cos x. And now I'll differentiate this. So it is e power x alone. So plus we have cos x plus sin x, and this ddx will give me e power x. Finally, if we take e power x common, this is minus sin x plus cos x plus cos x plus sin x. We get to see this minus and plus sin x got cancelled. Our ultimate answer is 2 e to the power x cos x. This is the final answer for d2y by dx2 for question number 2. So question number 3. If y is equal to x cube log x, we need to prove the fourth order derivative of this function is 6 by x. So we need to differentiate it the very first time, dy by dx. We can see we need to apply the product rule here. This is first function. This is second function. So x cube into ddx of log x plus log x into ddx of x cube. What we get? This is x cube. This is 1 by x. And this is log x. And this is 2x square. Sorry, it will be 3x square. So this x cube and x got cancelled. We are left with x square. And here we have 3x square into log x. We can take x square common. What we get? 1 plus 3 times log x. That is the very first derivative so far we obtained, dy by dx. Proceeding to the next step, that is differentiating the first order derivative. So once again, we have to apply the product rule. So x square and derivative of this will give me 3 by x plus 1 plus 3 log x. Derivative of x square will give me 2x. This x and this square got cancelled. We have a 3x here. Opening the bracket there, we got 2x plus 6x log x. As in I get to see, it is 5x plus 6 times x log x. Differentiating again, that is for the third time. So d3y by dx cube. Derivative of 5x will give us just 5. And once again, we can see product rule to be applied, x log x, two functions in multiplication format. So 6 ko bahar rakhe, I'm opening a big bracket. So this is x, ddx of log x will give me 1 by x, plus log x into ddx of x will give me 1. Now this x and x gone. So this is 5 plus 6 times. This is 1 plus log x. Opening the bracket, you will get 11 plus 6 times log x. So far we have differentiated the function 3 times. And lastly, differentiating it for the fourth time. So it will become d power 4y by dx4. 11 derivative will be 0. 6 log x derivative will be 1 by x. 6 by x is what we wanted to prove. So this is proved. Process was little long, but we arrived at the final answer. Next, number 4. The function is y is equals to 2 sin x plus 3 cos x. We need to prove the double order derivative of this function plus the original function will give us 0. So when question becomes actual proving type questions, as in specific है question, so हमारा process भी कुछ specific होना चाहिए, as we have discussed in the previous chapters also, in derivatives also, कि जब derivative या calculus के किसी भी question में हमें कुछ proof that देता है, तो हम उस question को technically एकदम मतलब normally advance नहीं कर सकते. Somewhere we need to keep in mind कि proof हमें क्या करना है. So here we can see that we need to bring this double derivative term. So anyhow, we need to differentiate the function twice. So differentiating it the first time, this is 2 times cos x, and this will give us minus 3 times sin x, because ddx of cos x will give us minus sin x. Then differentiating it again, d2y by dx square, this will give me minus 2 sin x now, and this is minus 3 times cos x. If we take the minus sign common, what we get? It is 2 sin x plus 3 cos x. And this happens to be what? This happens to be the original function which is given to us, y. So can we now substitute this as minus y? As in what we get? d2y by dx square is equals to minus y. We shift this minus y to the left hand side. This becomes plus y is equals to 0. This is what they wanted us to prove. It is now proved. So this was an easy one, not too much working and too much twisting was involved. We'll come across such more problems. Let us take this number 5. Fifth problem from this HOD, higher order derivative जो topic हम discuss कर रहे हैं, इसे हम abbreviate HOD के नाम से भी करते हैं. So the function given to us is y is equals to x plus tan x. Differentiating the first time, ddx of x is 1 and ddx of tan x is sec square x. So we got this as sec square x. Differentiating it once again, this is d2y by dx square. Derivative of 1 will be 0 and derivative of sec square x will be 2 sec x into sec x tan x. Because first we differentiate the power, so it becomes 2 sec x, and then we differentiate the sec, that it becomes sec x tan x, because we know ddx of sec x is sec x tan x. So इस function को थोड़ा सा simplify करें, तो on the left hand side we have d2y by dx square. On the right hand side I get to see it is 2 sec square x into tan x. This sec square x, can we make it like this? 2 tan x by cos square x. As we know, sec square को अगर हम reciprocal कर लें, तो ये denominator में आके cos square x हो जाएगा. The purpose of doing this as this, because in the proof you can see we need a term cos square x into d2y by dx square. Now what we can do, we can shift this denominator on the left hand side. It becomes what? Cos square x into d2y by dx square. This is what is about the specific aspect I was talking about. Questions में कुछ कुछ specific चीजें हैं जिसको prove करने के लिए हमें अपने twist and turns को ध्यान रखना होगा. Purposefully we have made this sec square x into cos square x. Then cos square x is going to the left hand side. We got the very first term, as you can see. And on the right hand side, we are left with only 2 tan x. Now what I do is, 2 tan x is there. हमने अपने मन से क्या किया? एक plus 2x provide कर दिया, एक minus 2x provide कर दिया. So we can very well do that because maths permits us for doing the same. Any parameter being added and the same parameter being subtracted. And the logic for doing this, you will understand now. Now on the right hand side, from the very first 2 terms, if we take 2 common, we get tan x plus x, and let this minus 2x remain as such. Now what is this tan x plus x? This is the original question, which is y. We made it 2y minus 2x On the left hand side, it is cos square x into d2y by dx square. Bring everything on the left hand side. It becomes cos square x d2y by dx square minus 2y plus 2x is equals to 0. This was required to prove. So hence this is proved. Question number 6, we get to see a function y is equals to 500 times e power 7x plus 600 times e power minus 7x. We need to prove double derivative is 49 times the original function. And this is a question from NCERT. So question को हम अगर एक बार differentiate करें, so 500 is a constant, it's staying outside. E to the power 7x derivative will be e to the power 7x into 7 as per the chain rule. Then it is 600 e to the power minus 7x into minus 7. That is what happened. 600 is a constant, it remain outside. Derivative of e to the power anything will be same function, e to the power minus 7x itself. And now when we differentiate the power, we get minus 7. In this function, see, derivative, higher order derivative में एक चीज हमें और क्या समझना है कि every step में अगर function हमारा simplify हो रहा है, कुछ common अगर ले पा रहे हैं, कुछ cancellation हो रहा है, तो you should always process with that. Don't just blindly go for the double derivative because it might complicate your problem. तो यहाँ पे हम क्या देख पा रहे हैं? Many things can be taken common, but I will smartly take only 7 outside because this is an extra term and this is an extra term we obtained in this first order derivative. I took out 7. What I'm left with? It is 500 e to the power 7x. Then minus sign, this is 600 e to the power minus 7x. This is what is remaining. Now I'll go for the double order derivative. This is d2y by dx2. 7 being a constant, it will remain outside this big bracket. And once again, we have to differentiate this entire bracket part. So 500 वापस वैसे ही आएगा. E power 7x का derivative e power 7x होगा. साथ में 7x को differentiate करेंगे तो we will get 7. As in what I need to write is 500 into e to the power 7x into 7 as per chain rule minus. This is once again 600 e to the power minus 7x and derivative of minus 7x will be minus 7. This big bracket close. वापस हम क्या देख सकते हैं that we got this 7 and this 7 which can be taken out common outside. So this 7 के साथ ये अंदर का 7 जो common आया, we got the term 49. I wanted this 49 in the proof. And that is why I was only taking out 7 each time common. So 49 जब बाहर आया, what are we left inside? This is 500 e to the power 7x. Now this minus sign और ये अंदर का minus sign मिलके plus हो गया. And here we have 600 e to the power minus 7x. Now you compare the original function 500 e power 7x plus 600 e power minus 7x. This is 500 e power 7x plus 600 e power minus 7x. This is the same function we obtained. As in the next step, we can write it as 49y. So this is what they asked us to prove. d2y by dx square is 49 times y. So when the question becomes specific, we need to take a specific approach. यहाँ पे हम एक गलती कर सकते थे. वो क्या था? We could have multiplied this 500 by 7, this 600 by this minus 7. उसके बाद क्या है? थोड़ा सा कैलकुलेशन कॉम्प्लिकेट हो जाता. बाद में क्या कॉमन लेना है, क्या नहीं कॉमन लेना है, we might not have understood. So with practice, we will understand which step to do and which step not to, like which step to be avoided. Next one. So after number 6, this is question number 7. Question number 7 में we get to see a function is a very small function. Inverse trigonometric का tan inverse हमें दिया गया है और proof करने के लिए a complicated expression we can see. So no other go but to differentiate the function first. What we did, dy by dx. And if you recall what is the derivative of tan inverse x, it is 1 upon 1 plus x square. So first time derivative gone. Now if we wish to differentiate for the second time, we can do it analytically. जैसे हम कर रहे हैं, right hand side में क्या अप्लाई करना होगा, हमें quotient rule अप्लाई करना होगा. But यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा गेम प्ले हम कर सकते हैं. As you can see the proof part. Proving में 1 plus x square is there in the left hand side. अगर हम इस फंक्शन को अभी डिफरेंशिएट कर दें तो we will get a 1 plus x square का whole square. एंड आई डोंट नो व्हाट कैन बी लाइक द पॉसिबिलिटी कि ये फंक्शन हमें और सुंदर दिखेगा कि नहीं दिखेगा. सो इसको हम दो तरीके से कर सकते हैं. आई विल टीच यू बोथ द मेथड्स. यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड बोथ द मेथड्स. First, what we are doing is I am shifting the 1 plus x square on the left hand side. So it becomes dy by dx is equals to 1. As in this 1 plus x square shifted on the left hand side, it becomes 1 plus x square dy by dx equal to 1. And since we need to differentiate it twice, as in double order derivative is involved, हम क्या करते हैं? दोनों साइड में ddx ले लेते हैं. As in the ddx of the entire left hand side, the ddx of the right hand side. If we do the ddx of the left hand side, we get to see we have two functions. First function is 1 plus x square. Second function is dy by dx. So let me apply the product rule there. It is first function outside. We have ddx of the second function plus second function outside ddx of the first function. And on the right hand side, ddx of x will give us 0. Sorry, ddx of 1 will give us 0. Now, this is 1 plus x square. And logically, you आज का definition याद करो. What is ddx of dy by dx? First order derivative को दोबारा differentiate करना, इसी को तो हम बोलते हैं double order derivative. That is d2y by dx square. This term to be understood. That is ddx of dy by dx is what? d2y by dx square. Plus this dy by dx is there. 1 plus x square को differentiate किए, we got 2x, right hand side में 0. Now थोड़ा सा आगे पीछे करके अगर हम लिख दें, so d2y by dx square plus 2x times dy by dx is equals to 0. This is what they asked us to prove. So now, if we continue doing this, that is, we differentiated the left hand side, it becomes d2y by dx square. And on the right hand side, we get to see quotient rule requirement. So we did it like this. This is 1 plus x square into ddx of 1 minus 1 into ddx of 1 plus x square. And in the denominator, it becomes denominator whole square. So we know ddx of constant is 0. So this term multiplied by 0 will completely become 0 in the next step. Minus ddx of 1, 0, ddx of x square will give us just 2x. And then what we have? It is 1 plus x square whole square. Now, if I multiply both sides, multiplying both sides by 1 plus x square. अच्छा. So we are multiplying 1 plus x square on both sides. Left hand side becomes 1 plus x square d2y by dx square. Right hand side में जो हमारा term था उसके साथ हमने 1 plus x square multiply किया. So denominator का square cancelled and this term got cancelled. We have 1 plus x square d2y by dx square. Now on the right hand side, what we can do is we can keep this minus 2x outside and we can write it as 1 by 1 plus x square. And if you get to see what is 1 by 1 plus x square, this was nothing but dy by dx. So finally we can write this as minus 2x dy by dx. Shifting everything on the left hand side, it becomes 1 plus x square d2y by dx square plus 2x dy by dx equals to 0. This is what they wanted us to prove. I personally like the first method because यहाँ पे कोई substitution वगैरह कुछ नहीं करना. अगर सही डायरेक्शन सही टाइम पे हमने क्वेश्चन को घुमा दिया है, so directly we will get the proof. No other twists and turns will be remaining. यहाँ पे हम देख पा रहे हैं, we have to multiply this, then we have to shift, we have to identify dy by dx कैसे incorporate करें. So this is a little bit of extra part involved in this part.